Before we get into the episode proper, you know what I'm saying? All that good traditional YouTube stuff, you feel me? Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help the algorithm, help us. You feel me? Without further ado, we're gonna get
that.
Yeah, appreciate that for real. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's get Aki. Let's get active. Yeah. So we're gonna start off with JJK. You feel me? That's really what I've been feeling to like and get off my chest to a degree.
Okay.
Get me? Because I ain't gonna lie, like I am low key sick of talking about Sukuna. I am low key sick of talking about Sukuna now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right.
Like it kind of escaped me. I didn't even realize. Like, I didn't even properly realize, yeah, that we have been on this whole Sukuna engagement for a whole last year. A whole year. So like just the Shinjuku engagement with Sukuna alone, we have been on that for a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a year's worth of constantly teasing us like, hey, it's looking like he's being backed into a corner. You know what I'm saying? And then ultimately it's like a binding vow or like his 1,000 years worth of a battle acumen that somehow saves him. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why it's not like I dislike the character of Sukuna. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I dislike how he's been used in the anime up to now, like the manga up to now. But it's just from a storytelling standpoint, it does kind of get kind of annoying seeing him just repeat the same type of techniques.
Cycle?
Like, yeah, literally, like the same type of cycle to like get through every single engagement he's been in so far. You know what I'm saying? In this last engagement. And it does kind of feel like, and I've seen other YouTubers echo this sentiment as well. You know what I'm saying? It does kind of feel like Gege is writing this week to week. Which to a degree he is, but also by his own admission, a lot of these things are planned out time in advance.
That's not just him.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody else fucking dropped knowledge on that a while ago. Everything we get, I can't really speak to the same degree as like the weekly guys, but somebody else dropped knowledge on that for I think it's Toyotaro. You understand? And everything we get, so even though we'll be getting like leaks this week and then like the chapter the next week and all that kind of thing, you'd feel like that's what he's working on that last month there. No. He's worked on that shit months ago.
Months in advance.
Months in advance. You understand?
Yeah.
So you'd expect the same kind of thing from Gege and most of his contemporaries on
Yeah.
that. But if he's writing it week to week, don't forget he's also been ill, so it's possible that he hasn't really had time to like really deal with some of this kind of stuff and plan it out and like storyboard, draw it out and everything as well. He may actually be working week to week trying to catch up.
I mean, boy, what I'll say is this, you know what I'm saying? Like, the point that I'm going to speak to, at least, is, of course, if the man's sick, do whatever you need to do to maintain your health, you know what I'm saying? The manga and the anime comes, like, second and tertiary to a man's health, you feel me?
I forgot who's the one that kind of jumped in my head. It might have been older himself, but ever since the story, Kubo, I think, a bit. Is it Togashi? One of them I forgot, but the way they had to be taking hiatus and then coming back and take it might be Togashi.
Probably is
you understand?
Togashi.
But from what I'm hearing about like how their health, like
And for the people that aren't nice of like anime names, stay where you are. But the people who aren't nice of like mangaka names, Tagashi, Yu Yu Hakusho, if you know, you know. Hunter x Hunter. I'm fairly certain the majority of our listeners like will probably know him from Hunter x Hunter than Yu Yu Hakusho. You feel me? But yeah, go on.
right. So like if you're an anime fan and you've been anywhere on the internet, you must have come across like the horror stories from within the industry.
Yeah,
you understand?
Like, I think like even Kubo, one of the people you brought up, even Kubo has a story where he told you it's like I spent a significant portion of my time doing my manga, writing it week to week, doing all of that with like a pulled shoulder or something.
Right,
like
you
a pulled
understand? Like
tendon or
all
something
of that
like
kind of,
that.
you understand? It is physical demanding shit. So, yeah, when we kind of find out, Togashi kind of brought it to the forefront, but it was when it happened with Oda, when Oda needed like a month off. That's when everybody kind of really understood how much of an impact and how draining and taxing this shit is on people. So yeah, he might be doing it week to week to kind of catch up on what he left off
And
because
again,
he's been ill.
My whole thing is this, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing it week to week, I'm not mad at that. If you're doing it week to week, do it like put out as much work as you can while being like as healthy as you can. You know what I'm saying? Like your health comes first. I really wanna like stretch that point and get people to really understand it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not annoyed at the rate at which we're holding chapters.
So it's not the pacing issue, no.
No, I'm not mad at the pacing. No, I'm mad at the content. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And by the content, I mean a couple of weeks ago, you set up this whole dynamic where it's like, cool, for every punch Yuji lands, yeah, Sukuna's CT decreases. You know what I'm saying? Which means you have less CT, right? Or less curse energy to do things like domain expansion, to do things like reverse curse technique, to do things like heal your hands, heal the mouth, heal the heart. Do you know what I'm saying?
Say less of the fact that it's supposed to be weakening the hold on Megumin as well.
And that was like maybe 2 chapters ago. Do you know what I'm saying? In the most recent one, it was a specific point, or like the most recent before like 264. Yeah, so 263, it was specifically said, yeah, that for some, like this time around, Yuji's blows were specifically striking the barrier between Sukuna and Megumin's soul, which means from a storyline perspective, Sukuna is at his weakest now, right? Before this, Yuji was still landing blows on him, and keep in mind, in prior chapters, we figured out each blow Yuji lands decreases his curse energy. You feel me? So it's like, cool. On top of the myriad of blows that Yuji's been landing on you, do you know what I'm saying? Like at 1.8 black flashes. You get me? And I'm pretty certain Yuji's clapped your arse with like another black flash. Don't quote me on that right now, but I'm pretty certain he's probably clapped your arse with another black flash, like if not the most recent, if not in 263, then in 262. Do you know what I'm saying? Cool. On top of that, you're getting your shit like mixed around and ran by Boogie Woogie as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So your ability to like just stop and catch a breather is super impaired. Yeah? All of this built up to the point where you held a hollow purple, right? And then after that hollow purple, you held a Jacob's ladder. Do you know what I'm saying? You held a Jacob's ladder, which at the time you should be in your weakest possible state. Cool. He lands 1 black flash on fucking Todo and Hana, right? And that gives him like enough fucking curse energy back to regrow the hands, fix the mouth, fix the heart, and use domain expansion again. Off the strength of 1 black flash. So what you've done is once again teased, and this time more so than any other time. You know what I'm saying? You've really teased it and made it look like, yo, we might be coming up to the end of the cycle. You feel me? And then boom.
We've been there before as well.
But this is it's like, cause the way you teased it this time, we've never been this close.
True.
That close? We've never been that close. So that's what I'm like.
I have a separate way of looking at this now, right? But let me just check a temperature on this. Who would you say is the protagonist of JJK?
I've always firmly believed that it's Yuji. I've always been like that.
All right, cool. Not trying to fight on that point. Just want to check. All right, cool. Now, if you look at just the way the story's been so far, right? I kind of get the feeling that even though it should be Yuji, JJK doesn't really have a main character, right? It's just that characters get moments to shine. You know what I'm saying? So at one point, it was Yuta, JJK Zero. At one point, it was Gojo. You understand? For the last year, as you brought up, the whole Sukuna Saka thing, that's just been his moment as the protagonist. Even though as the villain, you could say that he's like the protagonist. The story's focused entirely on him and, you know, what he's trying to do. You understand? And now Yuji's having some kind of protagonism as well, like, you know, jokes aside, you understand? His moment is kind of coming up again with him, like, bossing up against Sukuna, 1v1ing him essentially because there's nobody left at this moment in time.
And that's my whole fucking thing. I'm like, bro, I get it. Like,
Yeah,
we're building up to
it's
we're
more
building
like
up to fucking Yuji.
Maybe there's change in protagonist again.
We're building
back
up
Yuji.
to fucking Yuji being the one to take down Sukuna, right? But that doesn't mean you should be writing the story the way that you've written it. Why purposefully make it seem like, yo, in the next chapter, we are going to get some definitive shit that we haven't seen yet before. Do you know what I'm saying? In the following chapter, he lands 1 fucking black flash. 1. And you mean to tell me 1 black flash is enough to get back all of the fucking damage that you've like incurred? All of the damage, the consistent sustained damage you've returned. That's what pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels like, this is my whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's kind of implied. You feel me? Like Sukuna is a whole head and shoulder above any other fucking Jutsu Kurso sorcerer.
Implied.
You know what I'm
Tell
saying?
me somebody that's called the King of Curses.
Cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Implied to be a whole head and shoulders. I mean, the King of Curses, but you needed Kenjaku's help to survive to the fucking modern era. Fun fact. You know what I'm saying? So, cool. That's why I'm like, I get it. Sukuna's a whole head and fucking shoulders stronger than any Jujutsu sorcerer. Why go on for my English today? You know what I'm saying? Sorcerer, yeah? But there are times like this where you really go out of your way to make it seem like Sukuna is the only individual in the fucking verse that could, like, survive this. Anybody else, you put them in the corner that Sukuna was in the other day, you know what I'm saying, in the last recent chapter, you're cooked. Gojo was somebody that niggas saw godly and he got packed up. Obviously, we know the reasons behind that, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get rid of that nigga, you feel me? But, nigga, that's Gojo, the current modern day strongest sorcerer. You get me? And look how he's shown, look how he's represented, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you see him move godly, but you also see him hold hold corner at times, you feel me? Cause with
But you've seen Sukuna hold corn. It's just you never really seen him be put down.
You've seen him hold corn, and anytime he comes close to being put down, all of the corn he held gets negated. That's the point. All of the corn he's held, like, bro, I'm gonna say it one more time. He landed one black flash, and that one black flash reversed maybe 6 chapters worth of damage.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this nigga's been missing longer than that. I'm sorry, Higuruma was on pitch when this nigga was missing hands, no?
Yeah, because he took the hand to fucking.
He took
offset.
one of them.
Yeah, he
You
took
know what
one
I'm
to
saying?
offset fucking Higuruma shit. Yeah.
So I'm like, gang, one black flash can just reverse all of that, especially in light of knowing that every blow Yuji lands on him, of which we've seen Yuji land several since then, is supposed to be decreasing his curse energy. It's like, bruv, which of the rules make sense? It comes across like, nigga,
bro.
it comes across like some of these rules are dashed in, literally just to fucking shore up Sukuna for that week, and then we forget about it.
Drumming up too much tension, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
All
I'm
it
like-
is, bro. I'm just gonna default back to the old joke, bro. Like when it gets tough, all you're gonna just next about. It's just to make
A binding
He's just
vow.
gonna make a next binding
Yeah,
vow.
a binding vow, and that's what I'm
And
saying.
that's it. You know what
Because
I'm
of that, now
yeah.
it's just like, bro, I'm low key, and I didn't want to get to this point. I didn't want to get to this point, but I'm low key sick of talking about Sukuna now. I went from really wanting to see his reveal and what he could do. I really wanted to see.
Everybody wanted to see 20 fingers fucking
Yeah,
Sukuna, but we
I'm
got
talking
19,
about-
and
I'm talking about-
I'm sick and tired of 19, boy.
I'm
20 is
talking
gonna be
about
something
Heian.
else.
I'm talking about Heian period Sukuna.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to see his reveal. We got it, and I'm like, bro, at this point now, At this point now, I'm just sick of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sick of it. Like, the way that the story's going, it's like, okay, cool, I get it. Like, he's just gonna keep slapping niggas away. Like, he's just gonna keep doing this until we get to the literal end of the fucking story. You know what I'm saying? At this rate, like, bro, I can't fucking, like, I'm getting so fucking sick of it that I might not even stay until the fucking merger. I'm not lying to you. Like, this shit is really starting to fucking get to, like,
Well, you know how the chapter went. We got some new developments finally. I mean, there's always new
what
developments.
the fuck is a new development? That's what I'm like,
UG using his goddamn domain expansion.
nigga, so?
Hold on. So that's the point I'm trying to raise now, innit? So I'm saying, all right, cool. What do you think the purpose of his domain expansion is? Is it going to be the same thing? Is it going to be like an offensive thing? Or do you believe it's going to be something like,
At this point, that's what
you
I'm
know,
saying.
to like really prize him and Megumin apart? Now?
At this point, bruv, just make it fucking good. That's my response to it. You know what I'm saying? To Gege, make it good. Because if like this continues, you are going to lose my interest. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You're going to lose my interest.
Going down the MHA route, yeah?
Like, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just gonna lose my fucking like, I don't care. Whatever you're building up to, you need to start writing it a little differently. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fucking irritating. Like, taking it in the way that you've been doing it is kind of fucking annoying now. I can't lie. You get me? It's kind of annoying now. I can't lie. And I'm not the only nigga. I didn't just say me. I'm what the culture feeling.
I'm what the culture.
What the culture feeling.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
the fuck.
yeah.
So anyway, yeah, boy, sorry. I ain't gonna lie, JJK took up damn near half the fucking podcast. You feel me? But I had a lot to get off my chest. I had a lot to get off my fucking chest.
At some point, these mangakas really need to stop glazing up like their characters.
Oh, like, don't get me wrong. Some of the, like, other man handle it well. Other man handle it better.
Yeah.
You get me? Don't get me wrong. Aizen, I'm cool with. Yeah? Madara, up to a point, I'm cool with.
Well, I'm
You know what
glad
I'm
you raised
saying?
Madara, because he's the point I was going to make. It's like, you really don't want it to be a situation whereby you have to pull a
make
Madara.
it- Literally, but at
you
this
have
point,
to pull a
but at
Madara.
this point, it's like they've already done it. He's already done it. This is what I'm saying. Like, what Kishimoto did with Madara and Kaguya at the end of the fourth war is literally what Gege is doing with Sukuna and binding vows. Do you know what I'm saying? Anytime, like, you've written him to be so fucking strong that anytime you get him into a corner, binding vow. I can just get out. Done.
1,000 years worth of fucking get out clauses.
And
bro.
that's what I mean. It's just like, bro, it's starting to come across less like fucking Sukuna is like exceptionally skilled and more like you're just incredibly
Gege
lucky.
just wants him to win.
You're just incredibly lucky. Like, if I was to take
Bias,
it,
bro.
if I
Call
was
it
to
what
take
it
it
is.
away,
Gege just wants him to win.
if I was gonna, that's what I'm saying. If I was gonna take it away from the real world context of it, because evidently, yeah, Gege is really fond of Sukuna, less so of Gojo. Do you know what I'm saying? He's been open about that. So I'm like, if I take it away from the real world context, cause it comes across less like Sukuna's incredibly skilled and more like he's incredibly fucking lucky. Do you know what I'm saying? Incredibly lucky.
So when we're talking about plot armor then in anime and stuff like that, yeah,
Nigga,
we can safely say
he's
that
on top.
Sukuna
He's
has.
top five. Top
We can
five.
safely say that Sukuna has some
Bro,
plot
he's
armor,
top five. Top five. Him and Sasuke. Him and Sasuke are like 4 and fucking 5. I'm not lying to you. Him and Sasuke are 4 and 5, my nigga. He
Got
is,
that
bro,
shit on.
He is definitely on the Mount Rushmore of plot armor, my nigga. Anybody that doesn't think that, it's fucking lying to
I
themselves.
think there's 4 niggas on Mount Rushmore.
Like, fuck. No, I'm just saying he's on the Mount Rushmore of fucking, like, plot armor, bro. I swear to God, I am so close to being done a fucking JJK.
All right, as you can hear, Drift is having a fucking meltdown, bro. So I think we're gonna wrap this one up here.
Bro, it's not even a meltdown. This is like, bro, I've tried my hardest to defend JJK. Like, I've tried my hardest to be as open-minded with where, like, I feel the story's going. You get me? This just ain't fucking it, bro. This is not it. Like, this nigga went from seeming like he's exceptionally skilled and it's nice with the handshake to, like, coming across like, bro, you're just lucky. You're just lucky. Because there have been several setups now that if it wasn't fucking you and you didn't have access to a new fucking binding vowel or some shit, yeah, you'd be caught. You'd be fucking caught. Inumaki dashed the fucking recorder next to his head, forcing him to freeze, and Yuto was in front of him with a hollow purple, and Buddy still walked.
Yeah.
Alright, man. So what you just done, in that one moment, you destroyed 2 rules that you set up prior.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? But yeah, obviously, like Zero said, I ain't gonna lie, JJK got me tight. You can hear it, my voice. Maybe not. You get me? She got me tight. You feel me? Like, you know what? Cool, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna wrap up this segment. And we're gonna at you again with arena fighters.
Yeah. We're gonna look at just some thoughts on like general, arena fighters, anime fighters.
Anime
should we
arena
say,
fighters.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not like fucking Fortnite or something. You know what I'm saying? Not like a battle royale type shit. You feel me?
Oh,
But
God. Could you imagine?
ugh.
All right, cool. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see you back in the second segment, man. And we are back from the break, you feel me? If you're still watching at this point, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, you feel me? Helps the algorithm, helps us, you feel me?
Very much appreciate it.
Very much appreciated, you feel me? So, now we're just gonna have a quick, like, not too long, we ain't gonna stay here too long, don't worry, you know what I'm saying? Because we know what you came here for. But we're gonna have a quick discussion about arena fighters, you know what I'm saying? So, we're thinking Curse Clash from JJK, we're thinking Rebirth of Souls from Bleach, we're thinking Ultimate Naruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm. Man said Ultimate Naruto Storm.
In my head, it was Ultimate Naruto as well. It's Ultimate Ninja Storm.
Ultimate Ninja Storm. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we'll just abbreviate it as UNS.
Yeah, UNS. I mean, I was gonna say UNS, but I didn't know how many man understood it as UNS. You feel me? So yeah, those games there. You feel me? And obviously, like the Demon Slayer one and whatnot. So all of those are arena
the
fighting.
One Punch Man as well,
and the
a
One
hero
Punch
nobody
heroes remember, like a hero's comeback or some shit, or a hero nobody remembers. One of them.
Nobody knows.
Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, those are arena fighters. You know what I'm saying? We just kind of wanted to have a quick discussion about it. You feel me? So without further ado, I'm gonna pass it off to Zero. What you thinking, man?
Yeah. So topic kind of came to me when I saw the newest trailer for the Bleach game coming out.
And Sparking Zero. Yeah.
Huh?
And Sparking Zero.
We're gonna touch on that as well. You understand? Because the feeling I get from Sparking Zero is not the feeling I get from Bleach.
Oh, expound.
You understand?
Talk to the people, then, yeah.
I am looking forward to Sparking Zero.
Okay.
You
Is
understand?
that Dragon Ball Z bias? Is that Dragon Ball Z bias, or does it look like a better game to you?
It very slightly looks like a better game to me, but with a Dragon Ball game, I know I'm going to get.
That's very true. That is very true.
I know I'm going to get, and I know I'm not going to be limited in the same way I'm limited in a UNS, for example.
Yes.
Or
yes.
your Hunter, the Hunter one that's coming out, or the Demon Slayer one. You know what I'm saying?
That's already out. Yeah.
Or your UNSs or anything like that. You understand? So like with the Dragon Ball games, the added dimension of it, you can fly. There's the rushes, Kai Black. You know what I'm saying?
And of course, like the sorry to cut you off. You know what I'm saying? But of course, Sparking Zero is coming out in a franchise that's already successfully put out games like it. You know what I'm saying? So Tenkaichi 1 through 3, Raging Blast 1 and 2. You feel me?
Yeah.
Even to a degree, Xenoverse.
Right.
You feel me? So I'm like, that's why it probably speaks to the feeling. But go on.
But Bleach one now, the Bleach one, it's very much in the vein of, as far as I can see, it's very much in the same vein as like UNS and everything else.
Yeah, it looks like another
And
UNS clone.
I don't quite understand why, despite the fact that the Dragon Ball one is exactly that, I don't feel the same way towards Bleach, right?
Yeah.
Now, it's not to say that I don't fuck with the Bleach one at all.
We fuck with Bleach over here.
No. I'm not talking about Bleach.
No.
We know that. I'm talking about their game. You understand? Like, this game has more interest from me than any of the other arena fighters that have been announced or that have come out in recent years. I'm talking I'm talking like the Rebirth of Souls.
Rebirth of Souls, okay.
Right? So I'm talking about your Jump Forces, again, your UNSC and stuff like that. We're not talking about that.
So cheap,
fam.
yeah,
I didn't mean to
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, bring back my traumas and shit, nigga.
Right. What I'm trying to say is, right, so the Bleach one it looks good in that it's not just
a complete copy and paste
of UNS.
Of UNS, because
that's what they've basically evolved
very
into.
much what Curse Clash and fucking the Demon Slayer one, they are literally just reskinned UNS games. You know
Basically,
what I'm saying?
you understand?
So yeah.
The Bleach one though, it has like an added dimension to it, a bit of strategy. I think. You understand? So if you remember like Dissidia.
Yeah.
So you have to
break
whittle down one aspect of it first, and then you get to the
and
actual
then you can actually get to like the winning of the fucking battle.
Right. You understand? So that's why I have more expectations from the Bleach Rebirth of Souls game than I do for the the upcoming Hunter x Hunter one or whatever else. You know So that's the thing. Like, I think the UNSC template.
Like, do you think it really fucked it for the anime fighting games?
I do.
Yeah,
I do, because that's all we've got now.
Irrespective of how much you or I may have enjoyed UNS games back in the day, you still feel like their inception has kind of fucked the wider world.
That's the thing. I can fuck with UNS. I can't take another game like UNS. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because UNS is the one that created the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be mad at you for like doing what you created.
You could make UNS 10 and I wouldn't give a damn. I know I'm coming for a UNS 4.
Word.
But Bleach, Hunter x Hunter,
Demon Slayer,
anything else that
JJK,
comes out, JJK, you understand? Like
all
anything
of them
else.
just have the same
Give me a
format.
fucking second. I'm fairly certain Kaiju number 8 is gonna have one sooner. Something like that. Kagurabachi, definitely gonna get one.
Like if we manage to see it.
You understand?
I ain't gonna lie.
So I definitely feel like it them copying the UNSC, where the hell is that come from? UNS template. Yeah? I definitely feel like them copying the UNS template definitely did some serious damage to anime games. Specifically,
as in not just fighters, like
not just fighters.
Games.
Bro, how can we say that? Tekken's an arena fighter. Do you get the same feeling from fucking thingy?
No, but okay, cool. Stay with me, right? When people are talking about arena fighters, right? Tekken is like an actual fighting game. An arena fighter is the one that like literally I'm here, you're there, and we run around in the big arena. Like literally what you get from UNS. That's what makes them arena fighters.
But you do have a big
not in the same way. Not in Tekken though.
I know, but I'm saying like because you're still very much facing. You understand?
Like Tekken is more like a Mortal Kombat.
That's the point I'm trying to make. You understand? Tekken does have the big arena fucking thing.
Yeah.
But strictly speaking, it's a you versus your opponent. You're facing down your opponent. You understand? Like,
that's what you're driving.
Yeah. So even it's not just like the way you set your arena.
Yeah.
It's the content. It's just how the game plays, and I'm bored of looking at them games now. You understand? It's just done so much damage to anime games for me. You understand? Do you remember that game on the DS, Bleach Third Phantom?
Yeah, clocked it, bro. Fire.
Cool. Thank you. Bleach strategy game. Okay.
Hats off. Amazing fucking combination of like genre and anime.
Let's look at another one. Dragon Ball Attack of the Saiyans. Never got a fucking sequel to that. But look me in the eye and tell me that wasn't a fucking good game.
Solid RPG.
You understand?
RPG.
A Dragon Ball RPG. I remember back in the day, like on the PSPs, I think. Yeah. You used to have like fairy tale games where you could like go out like guilds. You could create your own character and pick your magic and go out.
Yeah, man, like Femi Yoso used to come true.
Exactly. Do you understand? Different flavors of video games. You're not really getting that anymore.
There's no diversification anymore. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's literally just copy. It's literally just like factory made type shit. It's like, cool, this concept for a game works, so let's just take an anime and slap it over this concept, like the fighting, the arena, and then just call it a new game. And it's like, no, that's not good enough.
Exactly. Why does nobody remember any of these games?
Like,
why does nobody talk about any of these games?
Boy, like, I mean, you've been driving at the point the entire time. Like, it kind of feels very fucking samey. Like, if you played one UNS game, you've played all of these other games.
You've played all of them.
You know what I'm saying?
Enough is enough.
You've played all of these other games.
Enough is enough.
You know
enough is enough.
Real shit.
They
Get back to
need
diversifying.
Exactly. Thank you. That's a very
diversifying.
good way of putting it. These people that are creating these games now for this anime series, they really need to diversify the goddamn content.
100%. 100%.
Look at the IP you have, right? And look at the various genres of fucking video games you have,
and then pick
and
a
then
fucking
see
genre.
what would work best.
Yeah.
You don't just have to default to a 1v1 fighter each and every
That's
goddamn
the standard
time.
corporate shit, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't broke, don't
exactly.
fix
It's
it.
just copy and paste. Asset flips, bro.
You know what I'm saying? If
Asset
it ain't broke,
flips.
don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? It's a standard corporation shit. But in an ideal world, in a just fucking world, you know what I'm saying? Once we do become a type 1 civilization, you feel me? It would be great. You get me? It would be great if we actually got some anime games that kind of reflected the IPs that that they come from. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look at the IP that you're using and then try to pick a genre that would best allow that IP to translate into the game. You get me? Just because it's a fighting themed anime doesn't mean every fucking game about it needs to be an arena fight, because really and truly, look at the community, we're kind of burnt out from them.
Thank you.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't hear people talking about the Demon Slayer game crazy. You don't hear people talking about fucking Curse Clash crazy. You know what I'm saying? If anything, when you hear people talking about Curse Clash, it's more negative than any kind of positive. Because people are like, bro, so you give me a UNS style game, but it's just nowhere near as good as UNS.
Nowhere near as good.
You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck am I doing here?
Thank you.
You feel me? So don't get me wrong, my nigga. I 1000% understand the point you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do, and I agree. You know what I'm saying? I agree. You feel me? Like, when was the last time you saw me play an arena fighter game? Fuck knows, right? The last few fighting games I've played is Tekken 7, let's go, and Fighters. Very specific reasons. You get me? Very specific reasons. You get me?
I know what I'm getting when I come to that content.
I know what I'm coming for.
It's served up differently. Bro, you understand? Like, I have a different experience. Visually, it looks different. You understand?
And that's the whole thing. It's like, bro, you man copy everything. The cell shading, like the arena setup, like the special attacks, how you'd win them. I'm like, bro, you copy everything. I'm literally just playing a different skinned UNS. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? Anyway, cool. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, obviously.
Yeah, that was a bit ranty, boy, but I'm just kind of fed up of these like anime arena fighter games. I want something different.
Like, ranty but fucking relevant. You get me? Because I don't make the rules. I'm not telling the corporations to keep putting out fucking anime fighter games. You know what I'm saying? But for as long as that's a thing, and I have an opinion on fucking anime fighting games, you ain't getting my
money. That's what that means.
Honestly, do you know what I'm saying? Like, if the game don't look good, it don't look good. I'm sorry. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking, like you just said, I'm looking forward to Sparking Zeros. I'm on the fence about Rebirth of Souls because I really love Bleach, and I'm happy to see Bleach getting some representation again. You feel me? So I'm on the fence about Sparking Zeros, but if it doesn't do enough to differentiate itself from like what's came before it in the arena fighting space, so it's gonna be another one that I'm cool with. My love of Bleach, irrespective of that, it's gonna be another one I'm cool with. I ain't gonna
Here today, gone tomorrow kind of shit, innit?
Literally, bro. Literally just microwavable shit, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Microwavable shit. You feel me? But yeah, that's the arena fighter segment. Anybody who like rocked out for that one, thank you, innit? I can't lie. We just have to get that shit off, you feel me? So coming up to the last segment now, you feel me? MHA. Got you soon. And soon you have caught us, you feel me? We're back, we're doing MHA. You feel me? I'm a man of my words, you was a man of his word, you get me? And MHA, we're doing it. MHA, we are there.
We're fucking doing it.
We're doing it. So without further ado, I'm gonna pass it off to my dog. Take point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, MHA, 1 chapter left. How you feeling?
Sick, bro.
Hey,
sick.
hey,
Bro. I can't hide the fact, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? MHA was over. Like, I was a very big fan of MHA. Bro. MHA is one of the few animes that I credit that can give you the same feeling as like One Piece at times.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, cool. You know those camaraderie, like, brethren moments in One Piece?
Yeah.
That, like, when you see them, you're like, damn, man, it's just W shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? MHA in the early days, it gave me very similar feelings. You know what I'm saying? When you saw Deku, like, despite his fucking shortcomings, despite all the, like, damage incurring to his body, you see him pushing on because he knows All Might, like looking up to man, like, looking out for man. You know what I'm saying? And he wants to pay that back. Those little moments, like, when he won the little fucking...
the sports festival?
The sports festival, you see
He
him run
didn't
out.
win it, but yeah.
Well, not win it, but when you see him run out because he made it and you see him look up at Almost looking down at man, I'm like, those are cool moments there. Bleach, Bleach. One Piece and MHA were the ones that gave me those moments the most. You know what I'm saying? So because of those moments, I was really, really, really always like fond of fucking MHA.
Right.
You get me? My feeling towards MHA only started to shift in its literal last arc. Do you know what I'm saying? In your last arc, you just been making some questionable decisions, bro. You get me? Some questionable decisions. So that's kind of why I'm feeling fucking sick. My nigga, I ain't gonna hold you,
bro. I think we started this part, and I started off by saying MHA's always been doing numbers, and it probably still does numbers. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't even say probably. It still does numbers, right? Lots of highs, lots of lows in this last arc.
Ooh.
Right?
I'd say the majority of the lows come from this last arc, bro. Oof. Get me? I can't lie to you. Oof. Everything else feels a bit more balanced. The highs and the lows feel a bit more balanced. You get me? This one, I'm like, bro, the most of the lows from MHA, in my opinion, comes from this last arc. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, I mean, the way I'm looking at it is like, all right, cool. I'm kind of annoyed at Horikoshi with this, extendo prologue thing.
For 5 chapters, by the way.
For 5 chapters. You know what I'm saying? We're up to the last one left. I just said that, but yeah. Just to reiterate, there's 1 fucking chapter left. You understand? There are so many things that need to be wrapped up in this series, and we have 1 chapter left to do it. All right? But that's not even that's not even the reason why I kind of want to talk about this, right? Why I want to kind of talk about this is the setup following the big finish between Deku and Shigaraki and AFO.
Yeah.
And then we had the aftermath. We had that person with like the bandage over their face and they're crying and all that kind of stuff. You know? And we were all looking at it like, what? You got another villain set up? Like right at the end?
I guess no.
How are we gonna have exactly? We got suckered into some bullshit, my dude.
Like, I guess
we got suckered into some absolute bullshit because we were all sat there scratching our head like, bro, how you gonna have one next big ultimate fight right after the ultimate fight? You understand? And it clearly wasn't that. You understand?
Because from what I saw, this individual was kind of there just to kind of meet this old lady at some point for that whole meeting to kind of represent to the viewer that society in the world of fucking MHA has begun to change post fucking AFOs.
True.
And I'm like, cool.
So to that point, and I'm glad you mentioned that, I will I can accept that the chapter had some poignant meanings. Okay. And that being that, you know, one small act of kindness.
Or like one small act of heroism, yeah.
No, not heroism. Kindness.
Okay.
Yeah. One small act of kindness can go on to, you know, avert a massive catastrophe later on down the line. I'm operating off the leaks at the moment because I haven't seen the most recent chapter, right? But just from what I've heard, okay? Like, I don't know what this person's quirk was supposed to be. The only thing we know that his family saw the quirk and then decided to like lock his ass up Cinderella style. Okay. Again,
questionable fucking choice. Why would you introduce somebody who visibly like whose quirk was so dangerous they had to be locked away and we never find anything out?
Well, even if because his quirk was dangerous. You understand? Maybe his quirk was just to make shit gold. Who knows? Do you understand? We don't know. I don't know. So we're operating off leaks here. So when the full chapter comes out, we'll probably dig into this again. Maybe not. We'll just have to see how how it goes.
Yeah, 100.
But the point of the old lady and this person is that her showing him the kindness stopped him from being Shigaraki 2.0, essentially. You understand? So I can accept the poignancy in that. In, you know, if that's what you're trying to lead up to,
and
that's what you're trying to make the theme of your...
I do believe the woman that spoke to this individual was the same one that spoke to Tom.
Exactly. She rejected Shigaraki initially, allegedly.
Yeah, she just walked past him.
Right, you understand? But now she knows better. She's seen, you know, so on that level, I can deal with that. There's also some stuff about mental health in here as well, right? That being Deku and Uraraka dealing with survivor's guilt. You understand? Deku in a place that's more understandable. Uraraka coming from a place that it like that one's a bit more complex.
Yeah.
You understand? But it's Deku approaching her and, you know, talking to her about what he's also going through, trying to level with her and communicate on that level. That's good, you understand? So that little message there.
I'm not mad at that. That's what I'm saying.
Subtext as well. Yes, like the overall chapter itself, again, just going from the leaks, doesn't sound like there's a whole lot going on.
Yeah, there's not a great deal
there's little things here that's like, okay, I can appreciate that.
Like, it's not an action-based fucking chapter. You know what I'm saying? It's not an action-based chapter, and it's not speaking to a great deal of action. You know what I'm saying? It's speaking to some of the other aspects of MHA in the world as it is now that we do kind of need to like address. You get me? So that's fine. That's fine. My only issue, like with any of that, is cool. Why wait until the penultimate of the 5 chapters to show me this?
True, this should have been probably like chapter 3. Deal with this at like 3, or you understand? Like deal with this at like.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the initial, like in the post 5 that's coming, this should have been like, I don't know, 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me a conclusive round out, because now I am genuinely confused as to what the fuck the next chapter is gonna look like. You can't round out everything. You cannot. For some reason, in one of the previous chapters, you even went as far as to introduce new students.
Right. Yes,
What?
A new cohort. I mean, that's perfectly fine.
Of course,
that's whatever.
of course, that's
There's
fine.
always
It's
going
a
to be something
school.
coming up
But
on the other thing.
from a
That's
storytelling
whatever.
perspective, though, from a storytelling perspective, why would you do that?
Were any of them new students named?
No.
But that's something like that don't matter. Like, you showing up new people, whatever, new character designs, whatever. But they're not really taking up this beyond like they were fanboying, fangirling
full
over.
panels. Full panels. That's what I'm saying. Like, cause you're giving panel space to niggas we are never going to see or know about. That's what I'm saying. In your last 5, that's my whole thing. You get me? Like, literally, that's my whole thing. You get me?
Yeah. Yeah, no, understandable. But my whole take from that is that, look, this day and age, 2024, it's not a secret anymore. You got to look after your mental health. You understand?
100.
And if it's something you feel like you're struggling with, it can help to talk to a friend. You understand? So that's my takeaway from
Which,
Deku
again,
and the
I am
Rockers.
not mad at. You
Deku
get
and the
me?
Rockers' whole interaction is like, okay, so, what you're going through is very difficult in and of itself with the survivor's guilt. But it helps to have a very strong support network.
Yeah.
And reaching out and talking to people, when, things are too tough and you feel like it's,
Yeah, like not just internalizing everything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Don't
that
have
makes
to kind of carry
you don't
everything
have
on
to
your
carry
own.
it alone.
That's Deku's whole thing. You don't have to carry everything on your own. You understand? So yeah, I think we'll wrap up MHA there. So not a lot happened there. I'm pissed off by the fucking the bullshit bait and switch that Horikoshi pulled with this new character. You understand? But
100, bro. Like, what the fuck, man?
other than that, boy, a
again,
nice, sweet, heart to heart kind of.
It's a nice, like, slower paced chapter. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
you
saying? Like a
understand?
slow
So-
burner chapter, and I'm fine with that. It's just, again, I would have preferred if it came earlier in the last fucking 5 chapters of MHA that we're ever gonna get. You get me? That's my whole thing. It's just
Yeah,
like, I question the judgment in doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's your work. It's not mine.
True.
Fuck it.
So final chapter, hopefully something spectacular. One, two, quick questions. How long do you think Deku's gonna be able to hold on to them embers? Like, do you think he has like years maybe, or like a day-to-day kind of thing? Like it goes as
This is what I'm saying. Like, these chapters should have been aimed at trying to elucidate that. You get me? Some of these successive chapters should have been aimed at elucidating questions like that, the burning questions that the fandom have. You get me? Because don't get me wrong, we know that UA is a school, but nobody really gives a fuck. Like, we ain't watching UA for the new students that are coming in. You get me?
Well, unless it's a sequel, which is the follow-up question.
You get me?
Do you think it's gonna get a sequel series?
I personally don't. I mean, I've seen people whisper about it. I don't think so personally. I don't believe that MHA has been popular enough in its latter years to kind of warrant a sequel.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? I can't lie. That's what I'm saying. In the starting days, I would have won 100%. I would have won 100% said, if MHA is going to end and there's a sequel in the air, it will probably get it. Because of how this last arc went and how it made the fandom feel, I don't know if it's going to be popular enough to justify a sequel. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my whole takeaway. Do you get me? And again, one of the reasons I feel that way is because in the last 5 fucking chapters, I still have no clear understanding of how long Deku has the embers of One for All for. No idea. You feel me? None.
True.
You get me? But I know how Spinner feels. Which,
I don't care
again,
about
I'm not mad.
He already has a spin-off
But
that I
again,
don't care about.
No,
Vigilante,
no,
I don't care. I'm talking about
I'm not talking
proper
about
sequel.
spin-off. I didn't say spin-off. I said, but
Spinner.
I know how Spinner feels.
Oh, Spinner,
You get
sorry,
me?
my
So,
bad.
I guess. You feel me? I know how Spinner feels. You get me? I don't know how long Deku has fucking All for One. I mean, the embers are fucking One for All. But I know how Spinner feels. Secondary point, where the fuck is All Might? Apart from being in the hospital that one time, where's All Might? One of the most impactful fucking characters in the entire story. Who the mere presumption of his death had niggas on their edge of their seat from that fucking Night Eye
I
days.
can tell you where he is. Not dead.
Not dead. And also not in the fucking manga in the last 5 chapters. You know what? Cool. You know what? I'm gonna leave it there. You know what I'm saying? Because on God, my nigga.
We're gonna go on another fucking rant. And they're like, cool. Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up, fam. You get me? So people, love for kicking it with us once again. You know what I'm saying? I've been Drift.
It's your boy Zero.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one. Love.